Why are we in Tarzana, 30 minutes outside of Los Angeles, for today's episode? Well, for a lot of different reasons. We have a newly remodeled home, over 14,000 square feet, features an indoor pool, which is a rare amenity, especially in Los Angeles. It sits on a hillside right next to a golf course, surrounded by canyons and trails. It's definitely a unique offering. So with that, I want to welcome you to Tarzana, a neighborhood named after the one and only Tarzan. Welcome to Tarzana. Weather is so nice today. It's sunny, warm, hardly any wind, so calm. And we have a long tour ahead of us. Arman, how do you feel?
I feel great. First time in Tarzana. We have a really cool golf course right in front of us.
Yes.
Yeah, it's going to be a great tour.
And in fact, let's start with the motor court. So behind Arman, we have the gate opening up to this spacious driveway, all concrete with astroturf inlays. And then to our left, we have the hillside. They've dressed this retaining wall nicely with built-in planters, all these trees, the siding sections with exterior wall sconces. So I'm sure at night this section is going to light up nicely. And it's also good that we have no neighbors here, so you have a nice private entry to your home. Now to our right, we have the sliding glass doors opening up from the gym with its own balcony. And then we have the office here and one of the guest suites. It's kind of interesting to see all these rooms opening up to the motor court. And you can also see how they took this home, which was built in 1981, and remodeled the entire property and reframed and restructured some of these openings. These are all sliding glass doors. In fact, the gym fully pockets into the wall. And normally with these kind of older homes, you don't have big spans and openings like this, but they modernized it nicely, replaced the roof, nice stucco walls with these ceramic tiles to give it a more contemporary flavor. And then we have the entry here. Another interesting thing I want to point out, formal dining room opens up to the front as well. And then the entry section, again, the same ceramic tiling. It's also nicely covered. They also brought in the siding detail underneath the roof eaves just to warm up the design a little bit more. And then a massive pivot door opens up to the foyer. Off of the entry, you can enjoy the surrounding scenery. All this greenery comes in. Entry gets a ton of natural light thanks to the picture windows and the transit window above the front door. Double height ceilings, Venetian plaster walls, and some of these wood elements are also brought into the interior with the Vida details here and inlaid strip lighting. But before I get into these details, why don't we get the specs out of the way? We have 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, 14,479 square feet of interior space, situated on 2.19 acre plot, on the market for $13,985,000. And I want to give big thanks to the listing agent, Amir Jawaherian, for making this tour possible. And as always, you can find more information about this listing in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. Now with that, welcome to the staircase. First off, they fabricated this steel beam and curved it nicely and attached it all the way to the landing of the second floor. On the other side, we don't have a supporting beam. So each one of these steps are technically cantilevering over. What I'm assuming is that not only they welded the steps, they added additional supports or even used a thicker steel plate to make sure that they have no deflection when it comes to this side. Because technically I'm floating here. And when you have few people on this staircase, you want to make sure that it's not flexing too much, because then it can break your glass railing or one of these steps. Do you know how they surround these steps with the stone here?
I don't know, actually.
They prefabricate these steps and they slide it in and use construction adhesive and then leave bolting points for this glass railing. And apparently the company that installed it had troubles trying to get the radius and the angle just right, because it's an intricate design. It's going up, it's curving, so to get each one of these glass panels is not easy. And then they put the stone cap on top and these little caps here to make sure all those threads are covered. But what's so great about this staircase is that it's open riser, which means the light travels through, it sits a little bit lighter, and because we don't have a steel beam here and all glass railing, it leaves the space very open and capitalizes on this volume. And of course, to adorn this staircase, there's also a nice light fixture here. I think they did a great job. Now, before we continue, over on this side we have the formal dining room. Again, your table, seating for 10, some built-ins on this side with LED lighting. We live in California, so any opportunity you have to open up windows or sliding glass doors, I approve it. That way you can allow some light and some life and air to come into your space, and we can even feel the breeze now, which is really nice. Now, over on the other side, they have a piano. So if you want to enjoy your meal and listen to some music, you can certainly do that. A little lounge right in the center. And you can also see how they wanted to open up the home as much as possible. That's why we have these supporting columns still in place. I bet this section was normally closed off, but now they have this open floor plan. Again, it's all about modernizing the property. Now, to my left, we have the double doors opening up to the indoor pool and the spa area. We're going to cover that later. But now, let's focus on the formal living room. First detail, 22-foot high ceilings. Second, I just love how much natural light it gets. This section and the section next to here are motorized doors. That way it's easy to open them. Above, we also have picture windows. Again, it's all about opening up the property and maximizing the natural light that comes in. 2 sectional seating, your travertine coffee tables, and more importantly, seamless transition to your backyard and to this view. It feels like a mountain home, but it's a modern property, and we're 5 to 7 minutes from Ventura Boulevard. So we're conveniently located, but you get to enjoy this tranquil setting, which I love. And I've never been in this part of Tarzana before. I didn't even know, to be very frank, this exists in Tarzana. You can live in this home in a way where you don't interact with the golf course, but once you're on the backyard, you really see it. So it's there if you want to enjoy, because a lot of times these homes on golf courses are right on the golf course. So it's not that you can pull back and enjoy your privacy, but here you can, because we're so elevated. And then the canyons and the surrounding scenery and all these trees. I don't know, I really like it. Now, over on the other side, you can see how they use these massive ceramic slabs and book match this section here with your linear fireplace, LED lighting down below, and the cherry here with this diamond pattern looks really cool. It's a nice pop of color and a little bit of mid-century in this space. Now with that, I want to quickly turn to the other side and take you guys to the kitchen. Again, it's one open space, stone cased island with this interesting extension and an angled cut for your bar stools. And then you can see the two-tone contrast between the dark gray and these brass panels. Arman, here's something interesting. The brass sections came from Turkey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't expect it either. It was on their spec sheet. But I really like the way it looks and how it complements the stone here. And they've used brass accents like this throughout the property. So I appreciate how they picked certain materials and repeated it throughout the home. It's definitely a good size island. And the cabinetry is all modern, flat panels with built-in handles. And I believe, let's see, I might be wrong. This is where we have the built-in Miele fridge, your wine fridge, and I believe, okay, this is our freezer. So definitely oversized appliances, and they have the proper Miele appliance package in this home. And they continue the cabinetry here to the hallway, dress it nicely. And you can see the inside of these cabinets with built-in lighting, and thanks to the glass fronts, gives you an opportunity to showcase some of your plates, vases, glassware, cutlery. It dresses this hallway really nicely. Now, turning to the other side, we have a gas cooktop here. Arman, question, what is the difference between a gas cooktop and a gas range?
Yeah, I don't know.
They're close.
I'm
okay.
sorry.
Gas cooktop is where you just have the cooktop section and not the built-in oven. So if you want to design a kitchen that's a little bit more minimalist, you want to showcase your cabinetry a little bit more, you go with a gas cooktop. So you just only have the burners, which means then you got to have a separate oven or a speed oven, microwave as additional appliances. That's why it's a gas cooktop.
Yeah, now
Clear?
that makes sense, yes.
Perfect. We also have a pot filler here. It's a nice touch, again, bringing these brass accents. They clad the vent with the same brass paneling. And on this section, we don't have any uppers because they want to showcase the stone and really make this stone part of the design and the palette here. Fabricated sink, additional cabinetry. Oh, I like that they actually have 2 sinks and additional appliances here, espresso maker. And I also like that the kitchen interacts with the formal living room. There's another set of sliding glass doors here. Again, these ones are also motorized. You get to enjoy this scenery. And I love it. That's why we have all the sliding glass doors open. What a peaceful setting. I mean, Tarzana is known for being a suburb, more laid back, less chaotic, but this setting takes it to a whole new level. We also have a little informal dining area here. Beautiful chairs. I'm gonna look at the leg design. It's all marble, and then they have these stainless steel brackets to hold the glass in place. And then here we have the family room. It's a nice cozy space. Sectional couch. I love those 2 green chairs. Hence my green jacket for the day. And I have to try this seating area out. Oh man, it is comfortable. And I love that we also have sliding glass doors here, cross breeze. You can literally hear the birds. It's awesome. Right in the center, again, talking about brass accents, brass coffee table. And Armand, let's point to this section. All these deep built-ins with LED lighting, titanium granite slabs are nicely book-matched, gas fireplace down below. And throughout the tour where we have fireplaces or stone walls like this, you will see little cover plates like this. That's where they have their electrical and TV connection. That way you don't have to cut the stone in the future. It's all here ready for you. And it's just a nice space. There's a long hallway here that takes you to the guest suites, some of the amenities, gym, etc. We're gonna see that later. Easy access to your 4-car garage. And before we leave this room, of course, I have to talk about Nuare, our candle brand. When I say we do everything in-house, I really mean it. All the candles that you guys receive are packed and sealed by my dad and also shipped by my dad. We control the entire process because we genuinely wanted to create something like our videos that's produced, formulated, and curated by us. Every single one of these scents are formulated by us. That's why it's been taking us forever to release new scents, because I'm so obsessive when it comes to details and wanting to make sure that you have an amazing experience when you consume our products. That's why they're also made with natural ingredients, because anything less than that is not acceptable to me. I want to thank each and every one of you that have bought our candles. Every morning I get a report where the orders are coming from, and we ship so many candles to Europe, Asia, Middle East, across the United States and Canada. If you want something easy, cleansing, scent number 1. If you want something more floral, energizing, and you want to make a statement, definitely scent number 2. I just want to thank you guys for the support. I appreciate the support. I don't take it lightly, and I cherish it every day. Thank you. nuarehome.com. Now with that, that's it for this section for now. Why don't we quickly check out the backyard next? It's nice that almost every single room on the first floor opens up to this backyard, and this entire section is built on concrete caissons, and we'll talk about that later. We have AstroTurf throughout, glass railing to take nothing away from these views. Calm, peaceful, very green. I'm really digging it. Now, over on this side, we have the sliding glass doors opening up from the indoor pool area, your outdoor dining area, and this outdoor bar. Now the design here is quite unique. The roof cantilevers over. It's angled to the back a little bit. That way all the rainwater goes to the back section. They also have incorporated gutters as well. You can collect all that rainwater and leave this section nice and dry. Island underneath. And as you can imagine, with the amount that they cantilevered, this roof structure is quite heavy. So to further support it, not only we have the connection point on the back, they also have these additional braces. That way, when the roof line deflects, these corner braces can further support it and to make sure that it's nice and stable. I also like how they brought the wood paneling underneath, space heaters, and the outdoor kitchen extends out to this section where we have a Gosney pizza oven. These are really nice. They start around $300-400 and they can go up to a couple $1,000s. And on the back, they have the gas connection. So all you need is a gas line, drop it wherever you want. Looks aesthetically nice. Hook it right up, and you can not only cook pizza, but you can also cook steaks and all kinds of food in them.
That's cool.
We also have the gas grill here, additional storage, gas cooktop, sink, fridge. I mean, you have everything you need. And right in the center, we have a stone island, all stone cased with built-in LED lighting. And on the other side, they incorporated this angled cut, and they like their angles in this home. We saw a cut like this in the kitchen, and we have a couple more throughout the property. It's a good sized bar, seating, entertainment, TV on the other side. It's all about enjoying this property and this scenery. You also have a built-in seating area here, fire pit right in the center, and the Mulholland Hills Country Club. This is so nice. There are 3 neighbors on this side looking at your property, but other than that, you have this entire section all to yourself. And then you look back to your estate. Again, the home was originally built in 1981, and the formal living room, the covered patio here, and the primary bedroom is all part of the new addition. And you can also see how they reframed all of these openings to maximize the exposure to the backyard, added sliding glass doors, brought in the ceramic stone that we've been seeing throughout, glass railing, the picture windows, and the entire wing on the second floor is the primary bedroom suite. There's also a covered seating area here with built-in space heaters, recessed lighting, the speakers. This is a really big home. Even small seating areas like this are quite oversized. Again, over 14,000 square feet, and I want to quickly showcase this corner here. So nice. Just sit down, have the fire pit on, read your book, drink your coffee, enjoy the breeze. I don't know if you guys can hear it. This is what makes LA and the surrounding cities and neighborhoods so special. You drive 10 minutes to the west or 10 minutes to the east and you get a totally different setting. We're 30 minutes away from Los Angeles, probably 20 minutes roughly from Malibu, Santa Monica mountain range, and on the other side we have Topanga, and you get this calm canyon setting with a golf course. I really wasn't expecting it, but I'm really digging it. And I also like that it's not a super busy golf course, so it's nice, it's calm, a lot of older charming homes. It's like a canyon that no one really knows about, but it exists. And the developer here wanted to maximize and bringing this modern approach, which is not something that you see that often in the area. Most of the homes here are older homes. So it's nice that he modernized it, went all out to provide and brought this kind of an offering to the market. There's also a nice water feature here. We just turned it off just so the tour is a little bit more calmer. Another seating area here by the family room. And here we have the second driveway that leads to your 4-car garage. You can park additional cars here, and this driveway also serves as a direct access to the backyard as well as the lower section. So if you want to bring any food trucks or any of the service vendors want to access to the property without having to go through the house, they can utilize this driveway. And the staircase here leads us to the lower section, all the concrete caissons, this dramatic view. Now, Emma, let's head down. Now, before I take you to the lower section, I'm actually going to take everybody this way. Arman, you don't know what's coming your way.
I really wonder what's going on.
All right, we're going to go underneath the home.
I'm just following you.
All right, there you go. I talk about concrete caissons all the time, and in case you wonder what it takes to build these floating decks or these homes that cantilever over a hillside, well, this is how they do it. First, you clear the site, get rid of all the brush, and create these terraces. That way it's easier to access to these points. And then you need to create the holes. You use heavy machinery and metal augers to drill the land and reach all the way to the bedrock. Sometimes you have to dig so deep that you use your auger, create the first hole, and then use extension poles to further drill into the land and then pull all that dirt to create the void for the concrete caissons. It gets even more complicated. Now you have the hole, what's next? Well, in order to pour this much concrete, you need a lot of rebar to keep everything intact. So you create a metal rebar cage that drops into these holes, and because some of these columns can be 70, 80 feet into the earth, you create these long cages. Sometimes you fabricate them on site, sometimes you fabricate them off-site and then use a crane to drop in these rebar cages because they can be so heavy. And then once you have the rebar in place, now you have another problem. Inside the hole, you have the form in place, the earth. Well, what are you gonna do for the above ground? That's where you use those sleeves to drop it in place so that you pour the concrete on top. And then the sleeves hold the concrete in place, and once it cures, you open up the sleeve and reveal the concrete caisson. So far, so good?
So good, yes.
Gets even more complicated. Now, it's one thing to have a concrete column that sits in the ground. It's already strong and can bear a lot of weight. But when you install these concrete beams and connect all of these columns to each other, now you're creating an extremely strong monolithic structure. That's why people always say these hillside homes during an earthquake is a safer place to be than a regular home, because you're sitting on such strong foundation. And essentially the idea is the soil on top on a hillside is loose. So during an earthquake or with a lot of water, the soil can move. But because these concrete columns go all the way into the bedrock, essentially the stable part of the soil, now you have a strong platform to build whatever you want. We're talking about heavy materials, heavy equipment. It's a lot of labor. It's a lot of effort to put something like this together. All those concrete beams, you can't just pour it. You need forms in place. So they create wooden forms to mimic this shape, put all the rebar above, and keep in mind, when you pour the concrete, it's a lot of weight, right? So you're gonna build a form that's so strong to hold up all this weight, but when you're done, you have to take the form away. So all that work goes away as well. Now you have all the concrete columns and the beams. What's next? Well, you need to create the surface area for the backyard or whatever you want to build above. That's why they have these metal panels. They interlock to each other, and these panels are strong enough that if you want to pour concrete on top, put additional soil, you can certainly do that. Now, when we were up, you were asking me, what if you want to have a real backyard? You can do it. All you have to do is waterproof the panels, make sure to incorporate your drains, and then put soil on top, and then grass it like you would with any backyard. Or you can build a home above it if you pour a concrete slab. Or you just leave the decking, some cushioning material, and then AstroTurf over it to have a lightweight but a structurally strong deck like what they have above.
Cool.
Makes sense?
Yeah, totally. Thank you for the explanation.
Can I go to the next step? We have more.
Let's go.
So you created all of this surface area. What if it rains, Arman? What are you gonna do? You have all that water, right?
Yeah, where
and
are
it's
the
a
drains?
flat deck.
Yeah.
That's why they have these drain systems.
Oh, wow.
It collects all of that water to make sure we don't flood the deck. Well, what are you gonna do with all of that water? Do you see the tanks?
Uh-huh.
All that water and the gutters connect to these holding tanks, and you get to store it right underneath your caissons.
Wow, you can water your plants again with
Exactly.
it. Oh, that's cool.
It's reusing the rainwater.
Wow.
What nature gives you. Gets better. What if it rains so much that you flood the tanks?
What happens?
That's why they have pipes on the other side. Those are your overflows. Once you fill up the tanks and you have additional water, well, the overflow picks that up, connects to the sewer line, and pushes it out to the city. So it may just seem like some concrete, but there's a lot more ingenuity and thought that goes into a space like this. And one more thing, these columns on the inside, you can see the bare concrete, but the columns that are exposed to the outside, they've also stucco them so that they just look a little bit more pleasing and match the architectural aesthetic of this home. Concrete and Hillside Foundation 101 by NS. I hope you guys enjoyed the lecture, but now let's actually continue with the tour. Oh, almost lost my cool there, Arman. Did you enjoy the lesson, Arman?
Yes.
Be honest, or was it too boring?
Literally, it's everything you said. I imagined in my mind.
Good.
And then whatever I see, this kind of construction now on,
You're gonna appreciate it a little bit more.
I'm gonna kind of know what's going on.
All right, now with that, let's go check out the lower section. AstroTurf throughout, some lounging beds, and nice putting green. And to block this view, which I personally don't mind, but I can see some people not appreciating to see all the structural elements of this home, they placed all of this hedging, and I would say in 6 months to a year, this hedging will grow almost to the top level, so it will block all of this view. Another seating area, and this is interesting, I wasn't expecting it. A half basketball court. Hey, if you have over 2 acres, why not make the best of it? Play some basketball. Jordan logo right in the center. If you haven't checked it out, we've actually toured Michael Jordan's home in Chicago. I don't know, what, about 4 years ago?
Yeah, around 4 years.
I would say it's one of the most iconic tours we've ever done. Getting a chance to tour Michael Jordan's home, the GOAT, the one and only legend, was such a big honor, and his home was like a time capsule. It was a property that he lived during his prime years in basketball, and it was like walking in a Michael Jordan museum. This has to be one of the most significant private basketball courts in the United States, if not around the world, and it feels amazing to be here. I don't know, it was incredible. Still to this day, I think one of the best memories I've ever had. It was just so special. Every time I see a Jordan logo, it just makes me think of that episode. And then this view. What's so nice about this space is that you can interact with the golf course. You're almost at the same level. The breeze is fantastic. Another thing I want to point out, because we're on a hillside and this is such a significant property, you're dealing with a lot of surface area. So when it rains, you have to manage and mitigate a lot of water. That's why behind Arma, or on the lower section here, you can see these big downspouts, essentially collection points for all this water that is coming down from the hillside, and you're finding an efficient way and controlling that water, making sure that it doesn't flood even these open spaces and push it all the way down to the lower section of the property. And then right next to your property, you have the Mulholland Hills Country Club. So you have access to all the amenities, the restaurant, the country club, and you get to enjoy this beautiful, peaceful scenery. I'm really digging it. Tarzana is one of those valley neighborhoods where the map starts to change the moment you move south of Ventura Boulevard. The flat grid gives way to wider hillside roads, bigger parcels, and canyon-shaped streets that follow the contours of the Santa Monica Mountains. I like this neighborhood. All mature trees, everybody's lawns are nicely manicured. There's a vibe to it. Honestly, more than I anticipated. I didn't know Tarzana was this developed. The name itself comes from Edgar Rice Burroughs, the creator of Tarzan and his iconic film franchise, who bought a 550-acre ranch here in 1919. Over time, his ranch was divided up into the neighborhood that we see today. Tarzana sits right next to Caballera Canyon, with Topanga State Park just beyond it, and the coastline of Malibu only about 20 miles over the mountains, giving this neighborhood an easy connection between valley living and the Pacific. So we're taking everybody to Mulholland Hills Country Club. Never been there. Obviously saw it from the house, and now we gotta check out the grounds. Oh, look at the hillside here. So nice. Wow, this is beautiful. This is sick. They do have a lot of tennis courts. Scenery is so lush green, and the scale of the golf course is actually quite impressive. Turns out, Mulholland Hills Country Club spans 270 acres with 27 holes across 3 separate 9-hole layouts. And the vibe here is pretty laid back. Monday 3 p.m. people are just enjoying their day, not in their office. Hey look, if they can afford to live in Tarzana in California, they're probably doing well. So peaceful. Alright, so we're gonna do some fun facts with NS. This home backs onto what longtime valley golfers known as Bremar Country Club, now Mulholland Hills Country Club, is established in 1959. It's been here since 1960s. Kind of impressive. Originally designed by Ted Robinson, led by Lenny Watkins. I'm assuming these are all notable people in the world of golf. It's always been known more for elevation, tight corridors, sloped greens, and target-style golf, which is why yardage alone does not tell you much about how it actually plays. It's a diverse course, to say the least. This is what's so exciting about Los Angeles. Every neighborhood offers something so unique and different, and the landscape complements that. It's not just flat land where you're developing and adding artificial features and amenities. Look at this complicated terrain, and they've embraced it. During our visit, Katie Jenkins, the club's membership director for golf, also showed us around and helped us better understand the establishment. Well, the course looks great.
Yeah, most golf clubs, it's like you play golf and you just eat there because it's convenient, but we have all kinds of different dining experiences and social events that we do throughout the month where people make reservations to come in.
The $20 million renovation also reshaped the club's dining experience, and to access it, you either have to be a member or a guest of a member. Upstairs, Sage and Vine moves with the day. Relax during lunch, small bites in the late afternoon, then a more elevated dinner experience at night. Downstairs, Dive Bar keeps things casual.
This course runs through 2 different canyons, so it runs through a big canyon, and it's a really challenging course, but just like you said, the members say that this is the most fun course to play out of the 3.
And Katie drove us all the way over to the property where we could actually see the house from the golf course. Oh, I see now. Armand! he's flying the drone as we speak. Okay, wow. There we go. The house is on the other side. Pretty dramatic.
It's a resort style club, so it's meant to feel like you're on vacation.
It's very California.
It's very California resort. But you could, I mean, you could spend the whole day here. You can go play pickleball, you can go to the gym, you can go to the pool. It's interesting because people that have been in LA their whole life, they'll come out here, and as soon as I take them back here, they just didn't even know something like this exists.
Right next to the formal living room and behind these double doors, we have the indoor pool. Let's go check it out. We don't generally see indoor pools in California, and this is a grand space. The ceiling height, all these picture windows, a good size indoor pool, and so much more to cover. First off, I want to focus on the bar here. This onyx island looks absolutely stunning. I love that they cased the entire island all the way to the bottom section here with the same stone, backlit, bar stools, and then you have all of this back shelving here. They use the same brass cabinetry, and the same onyx continues as a countertop here, hidden drain. Even though the cabinetry setup here looks very intricate, it's actually simple in construction. You have your supporting columns with recessed thin LED strips, and then you have a glass panel that runs all the way to the ceiling, and glass shelves with little attachments on the bottom to get this floating effect. And when you dress it with tequila bottles like this, you get a beautiful backdrop. That's relatively easy to execute, but I really appreciate how they dressed this space and really made the bar here count. Now, to my left, we have the massage room, and there's also a really nice full bathroom here with a walk-in shower, floating vanity to service the spa area. Now, I like this little platform with water features, and not only this pool is good size, it's also very deep, simple blue plaster, lighting elements throughout, whether it's the wall or inside the pool. I mean, this is a vibe, and this platform allows you to walk around the pool. If you want to add further lounging beds or create little seating sections, you can certainly do that. Armand, what do you think?
I thought I would have to have like a outdoor pool first.
Yep.
But I think this is super cool.
Now you're liking the indoor pool more?
I'm liking it, yes.
Now, why don't people don't have indoor pools in California? There are a couple of reasons. Number one, our weather is fantastic. We have a very dry climate, and for the most part, it's quite warm. So it's better to have a pool on the outside. Number two, when you have an indoor pool like this, you're sacrificing your interior square footage, which is one of the biggest challenges to have a space like this. Given that this home is over 14,000 square feet, they actually had the space to have an indoor pool. As you know, in Los Angeles, interior square footage is so valuable. And because you can put the pool on the outside and have a heater, people tend to have outdoor pools rather than interior pools. Second, if you're gonna have an indoor pool, you better have good ceiling height. Otherwise, the space is gonna feel very cramped. So they also had that here. Look at all these beams with class ceilings. Now, the other things to consider, you have to manage all of this moisture, chlorination. If it's not ventilated and controlled really well, it can cause damage to your home. All of this moisture within the interior envelope of the property can be challenging. And that's why over there, you see those little vents?
Yeah.
Just to bring additional ventilation. Now, the advantage they had here is that they placed the sliding glass doors to this section, so this room gets a ton of ventilation. And because we have the hot tub there, it almost feels like a semi-outdoor space. It doesn't feel fully closed off, because we have seen few indoor pools in Los Angeles, but a lot of times they're on the basement levels and they're small and they're more like a spa or dipping pools. This is a proper indoor pool. All of these qualities allowed them to have a pool like this, and you can see how they've opened up some of these sections and left the columns, but even the columns are wrapped with ceramic tiles to protect from all of this moisture. There's also a little lounging area, coffee table, and then on the other side, they placed this built-in sauna unit. It's really nice. And it matches the aesthetic of the home, your electric heater, built-in seating. They just craned this unit in.
So you can buy it separately.
Yes, of course.
Oh, that's nice.
Now over on this side, we have the hot tub. I'm assuming they added this section later. It's zero edge, really modern, same blue plaster. There's also a water feature here. just to add up to the tranquility. But what I like about this section is the fact that it's very close to the backyard. You can still enjoy the view. Breeze is coming in. There's also a gas fireplace here with a book match stone. Never seen a space like this in a home in the Los Angeles area. Now we're gonna check out the guest wing and some of the other amenities. But first, this hallway here takes you to your 4-car garage, and there's also built-in cabinetry right off the entry. Now coming back here, staircase goes down to the lower level, subterranean level, where we have the first wine cellar. And over on this side, we also have a wine wall, which is a nice backdrop, all glass enclosed. Now next up, powder room. Most of the walls in this home are Venetian plaster, and they brought more of the darker tones to this bathroom, made it moody, fabricated vanity with a hidden drain, really nice wall fixture with a brass attachment, and then this half circular mirror with mood lighting, wall sconces. They made this powder room count. Now we have most of the bedroom suites here. First one to my left faces the side of the property, has a full bathroom and a built-in closet. And over to our right, we have the second guest suite. This one is facing the motor court. Sliding glass doors open up, queen size bed, another full bathroom here. It also helps that we have vaulted ceilings here, so the room is bright, open, airy. And across the hallway, we have the third guest suite. Really interesting bed frame. This burgundy corduroy fabric, casement windows. I really like these marble bedside tables, built-in cabinetry, and another full bathroom as well. Now, over on the other side, we're zigzagging. We have the office, same hardwood floors, good amount of built-ins, again, plaster walls. It's nice that you have direct access from your motor court. If somebody wants to come in, they want to talk business with you, they don't have to go through your house. They can just simply come into the space, conduct the business, and leave. But in case you need another bedroom suite, this also comes with a full bathroom, so you can make this a bedroom suite without an issue. Laundry room to our left, and then I want to quickly take everybody to the gym. It's a nice open space. I appreciate that they framed the opening here just so you can have more sliding glass doors, and the deck certainly helps. If you want to stretch outside, work out a little bit there, get some fresh air, and you have a big room to work with mirror walls, built-in lighting. They made it modern, contemporary, and I also like how they brought the wood paneling here to the ceiling just to warm up the space. Additional built-ins, a small fridge, kind of everything you need. Now, across this room, we have the gym bathroom, same oversized porcelain tiles. I like how this dark tile goes into the walk-in shower. Vanity looks really nice with a fabricated countertop and a hidden drain. A good size walk-in shower. They also have brass fixtures here, shower heads, rain head, handheld, built-in shampoo niche, and a little bench. You want to know why I want? Because they also have a steam feature here.
Oh.
So if you want to have a steam shower, you're just going to sit down and relax after a good workout. It's nicely designed to the point and across from the gym. Now the last space we're going to tour is at the end of the hallway, and it's the movie theater. It's definitely a good sized room, 3-tier seating, and I like how they incorporated the LED lighting to the steps. That way you can have the lights off and still see where you're going and don't trip. Starlight ceiling above is another additional nice touch. Projector, big screen, built-in cabinetry, and wood paneling to give some dimension to the room with wall sconces. They have a casual couch setup here, but in the future you can incorporate built-in seating here. I also like these marble side tables. I mean, you have the guest suites, but at the end you have all the amenities: gym bathroom, and your movie theater. I have to say, there's no deflection with the staircase. They built it so well. I am impressed, and welcome to the second floor. Off of the landing, comfortable seating area, sectional couch. I like these lounging chairs, and just like the first floor design, we have a gas fireplace, stone-clad wall, TV connection. They did a nice two-tone contrast, and with some books and accessories, they dress the space. But what I like about this section is the fact that the wall behind Armand is open. This section is also open facing the formal living room. Second floor is flooded with natural light. It's open, it's airy, and I also like the fact that you can enjoy the view even from the second floor landing. Now, to service this area as well as the primary bedroom, they also have a wet bar here with some floating shelves, a little wine fridge. It's nice because the kitchen is somewhat far, so at night you get thirsty, you want to make a coffee in the morning and sit at your lounge, you can easily do that. Because technically, this lounge is for the primary bedroom. And Armand, if you want, you can even close off this section and make it more private and exclusive to the primary bedroom as well, since it's the only bedroom here. Double doors open up, definitely a spacious primary bedroom. Look how little the king size bed looks, and we've been seeing these Vida details throughout the home, and they brought it also here as a back wall. It warms up the space, complements the hardwood floors. We have a seating area here, definitely a spacious section. I feel that you can go with a more sectional approach and really establish a comfortable seating area within the bedroom as well. And then the sliding glass doors properly pocket and open up to a wraparound balcony. And this is the best part of this primary bedroom to take advantage of this view. And it's fantastic. I wouldn't mind starting my day like this and just immediately connecting with the surrounding landscape and nature. I love it. I love the peace and tranquility. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, Armand, but I'm just loving the peace, the sound of the air. I'm just appreciating stillness.
I mean, age makes difference, but I don't think it's about it. This is incredible. Very nice view.
You're like, it's not age related, it's just the scenery is nice?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Fair.
I think 20 years old kid would say the same.
You're like, a 20-year-old can enjoy this too.
Yeah.
Fair. Well said. And you have all those canyons and trails around you as well. You can live a very active lifestyle. You're minutes away from Ventura, so if you want the action and the hustle and bustle, you have it. But here, you have the peace and tranquility. I love it. So this door is concealed, opens up to the primary bathroom. As expected, the bathroom is also very spacious. Ceiling height is fantastic. And they also brought in the redid texture with the tile back wall, beautiful mirrors, floating vanities, same modern cabinetry. All the vanities are fabricated with a hidden drain, and I also like that the fixtures feature brass caps as well. It just ties these little details together. Freestanding tub on the other side with a black and brass fixture and this cool light fixture above. And then glass doors open up to this spacious walk-in shower. No steam feature here, Armand. You know why? It's open on top. And even if you glass enclose this entire section, you wouldn't be able to fill in a bathroom like this with steam unless you put like 4 motors. And that's just a lot, you know? You have a steam bathroom by the gym if you need to, but it's a great spacious walk-in shower with shower heads, rain head in the center, and a massive picture window. What a view, huh?
This is great.
This is fantastic.
This is so cool.
So picturesque, straight from your primary bathroom. All right, on the other side, walk-in closet, all walnut veneer cabinetry, glass enclosed sections, open sections with hangers, drawers down below. Definitely a good sized walk-in closet, shoe racks, LED lighting, and I also appreciate how the primary bedroom has a wing of its own, super private, has a nice seclusion from the common spaces and the first floor. And really glad that we came out to Tarzana to enjoy the scenery, check out this newly remodeled home. It's the most expensive home for sale in Tarzana, and I hope you guys enjoyed the tour as well. Alright everyone, that's it from Tarzana. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. What an interesting offering. The indoor pool, the golf course, the scenery, and this home with over 14,000 square feet of interior space. I want to give big thanks to the listing agent, Amir Jawaherian, for making this tour possible. More information about this gorgeous home will be in the description of this video. Make sure to check it out. And with that, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Oh wow, dude, this is so nice. We need to spend more time outside. I dig it, dude. I dig it. It's a vibe.